This video will give you an overview of a new web tool that you can use to help you manage your classroom both virtually and in person. This tool is called Classroom Screen. To get to Classroom Screen, you will use the website classroomscreen.com. When you get here, you will click Launch. This will open up a new screen, and you can use this without ever signing in. You'll see right away that you have a background that you can change using this background button. And there are dozens of photos that you can use that are stock photos that you can add in. They also have some animated ones if you wanted to make your background more exciting. You can also upload your own background if you would like to. So if you had a picture that was relevant to your content, or it would be really cool if you had a picture of the front of your classroom that you could use as your background. They also have some Halloween and different holiday themed backgrounds as well. Essentially, this is kind of a pinboard for you to use with different widgets that you can display for your students. If you are in a virtual lesson and you want them to go work on something and come back, you can add in a timer. So when you click on the timer button, you get this little timer widget. You can change the time that you want to give them. You can also change whether or not you have a sound that plays, and so you can then just start your timer and it will continue to run for your students. You can also indicate if you want what the noise level should be, and this will be great when you are in the hybrid setting. If you have kids in front of you, this is letting them know what your expectations are for work time. You can add in a sound detector, so it'll tell you what the sound level is in your classroom and if there's a level that you want them to stay under. You can also add in drawings or text. So if you wanted your students to come into your class and start working on a bell work assignment, or if you wanted to leave this board up, you could put this little text box up, and so you could give your students exactly what they should be working on so that when they are somewhat lost, they can look right back to this screen easily and see what they're supposed to be working on. You can use, if there's a need that you have for a traffic light, maybe there is, you want to indicate that they can ask questions, or that this is a time where they should be working solo with no interaction, so maybe during a quiz or some sort of assessment. So you can use these different widgets to customize your screen. There's also a random name generator. So if you were to get your roster from Aspen, you could copy and paste all of your students' names in here, and you can then use the random name generator. And so now I just click on choose, and every time I hit choose, it's going to give me a new name. I can also shrink this down a little bit, and anywhere that you see this little wheel, you can change your settings. So if you want it to just snap to a new name really quickly, you can change the animations, and so now every time you click, it'll give you a new name. So this would be a great way to keep your students on their toes when you are in a live session. So this is something that you could use as well. So this is a free tool. You can also log in and create a free account so that you can save some of your boards if you have a setup that you would want to use regularly. And you can play around with different tools down here. You can also post pictures or even videos. You can use the drawing tool or the text tool. There's also a stopwatch or a calendar. And if you were using this and you wanted to give your students a link in the classroom, if this was on your projector screen, you can even add in a QR code and give them a link to a website that they could scan with a device. So this is just one tech tool that you might find useful when you are trying to manage both your virtual and your in-person classroom.